another double elimination tomorrow night. Oh my God, how am I gonna take it? My poor heart can't take it. Hey fam, what's up, what's up, what's up? This is Robert Anton here, robertanton.com, coming to you with your no frills, the X Factor commentary from a singer. Oh yes sirree. I do it every single time. I felt like going AWOL today, didn't want to watch the X Factor. Then I watched the show and I was just so engaged and so in love. Let me tell you what happened. It's the top 6 perform, the final 6, the top 6, whatever they want to call it. They're each doing 2 songs tonight. One by Divas and the second one Unplugged. And there's going to be another double elimination tomorrow night. Oh my God, how am I going to take it? My poor heart can't take it. Let me tell you what happened. They started out with the Divas section. Restless Road was up first. They did Red by Taylor Swift. And this had a really good feeling and their harmony sounded solid from the opening. They're still not very coordinated in movement, but I think each is finding his own little rhythm within the group. Andrew had the girls going crazy during his low basso solo that stopped the show. Kelly said they really worked it out like a diva and their vocals were so tight this week. Demi said it was a great song choice and they've come a long way. And who did Paulina call Little Elvis? Andrew? Maybe, I guess. He's the one who had it. Okay, but anyway. Brian Paige was up next. She did See You Again by Carrie Underwood. And she had on country boots, you know, her shit-kicking boots, and went back to her roots. There was something going on with her projection, and I mean the projection of her vocals tonight. I wasn't liking the way this song sat in her voice. It had a quality that wasn't pleasant as her usual vocal. She was great in her lower range, but the other parts just didn't work for me. Kelly said she always sings from a real place. Paulina said she loves the tone of her vocals and the power it has. Simon said it wasn't the best song to choose and he was glad she went back to her country roots. Jeff Gutt was up next with Without You, originally by Badfinger. This was the Mariah Carey version, I think. This started out really low in his range, and at the start it was very low and didn't quite shine, but it had a nice bite when he got into the higher sections of the song. The lighting on this was fantastic and original, and I don't think it's been done on the show, or I think any show before. Just really, really nice. Demi said her niece is obsessed with him. Paulina said he reminds her of Alex Rose and asked him to show her blood. Simon said he's quite boring as a person, but he completely transforms on stage and called it the best performance of the night so far. He's boring as a person? That's not nice. Okay, so please, y'all know what I'm going to say, right? If you haven't been here before, just follow suit. Thumb it up. I really appreciate it. All right, back into the commentary. Ellona Santiago was up next. She did Applause by Lady Gaga. And this was a beautiful red carpet on the stairs set up for Ellona, and she looked the part of a diva. They still gave us a show, but she didn't do all the dancing and stuff that Simon hasn't really wanted. Just worked the stairs and sang the spit out of this song. I loved it. And I said, you know, on Twitter, I said, you know, she gave homage to the original artist, Lady Gaga, while really putting her own spin on it. Kelly said it was one of her best. Simon said she's gone from being a mouse to a tiger and said he loves her version more than the original. Alex and Sierra were up next. They did Say My Name by Destiny's Child. Alex dropped the guitar and stared out across the stage for Sierra. I look forward to their arrangements every week, and they always bring something interesting and sometimes something inspiring. I think this didn't quite live up to their best, but it did have a little more grit and personality than some of their others, and it seemed a little choppy for them at times. It didn't quite hit the mark for me. Kelly said she was really shocked and they really pulled it off and mentioned Sierra's sass. Demi said it worked and she really wants to see them in the finals. Oh, and I wrote the coaches keep talking about nobody filling the void and there's no duo out there right now and all this different stuff. But let me tell you, I know a duo named Carmen that started out on YouTube. Look them up if you don't know, who has been on the charts, has been playing in the top 20 in their songs on the radio, and yes, they are in love, so they are filling that void, but Alex and Sierra could join them and become a part of the competition. Simon said there's no duo on the market. Come on, look up Carmen on YouTube, and Carmen, female, actually raps, and she does it very, very well. I just had to let y'all know. Carlito Olivero was up next. He did Let's Get Loud by Jennifer Lopez. And he was in his element on this song, and vocals actually sounded pretty good. I think what was really great is that he seemed comfortable and totally engaged on that stage and got to show off his moves, and he wasn't very worried about his vocals. He even was right on point for the key change, interacting with the musicians and working with the crowd. Good job. Paulina stood for him. Kelly said it fell flat a little bit for her, and she felt he was pushing too hard. Demi said the last week was hard to top, and he didn't quite do that. And said he needs to be that hot Latin singer. Simon said they were being unfair on him and said he would hate to lose him from the competition. And they changed his song in the last 24 hours on this. Probably a good thing too. And he did a great job. I thought they were being harder on him. It was his second best performance, with last week being his best. Next, we got into the Unplugged section of the performances, and this was where it really got entertaining and interesting. Restless Road did Wake Me Up by Avicii. Love that song! Colton, then Andrew took solos before the guys came in with harmony on the chorus. This was a nice stripped down version, and it sounded good on it. Zach actually didn't do his low voice thing. He kind of kept it mid-voice. Sounded pretty good on it. I did a cover of this on my It's Art Anton channel. I just touched on it a little bit. If you want to check it out, I'll try to post a link somewhere for you to check it out. Please check it out. Let me know what you thought. Kelly said each one of them left their hearts on the stage. Demi had tears in her eyes and said it was so beautiful. Paulina was reminding me of Paula Abdul for some reason tonight. Just so crazy out there, and Colton was crying on stage, so she was trying to get the other guys to cry too, and Zach did cry a little bit. Ryan Paige did Glass by Thompson Square, and I have a feeling she was having sinus problems tonight because that sound was back. That I don't know what it was, and I have never noticed it in her performances before. She was singing through it though, and giving all the emotion that she had, and had Demi crying even more, and Kelly started crying. I'm such a big fan of her talent, but again, this was just not sounding pleasant to me tonight. Kelly had tears in her voice the whole time she was talking. Paulina said she's an inspiration and she has the X factor. Simon said it was much better than the first song and he felt every single word. Jeff Gutt was up next. He did Daniel by Elton John. And he picked up the guitar for this, and his playing was really good. I don't know why I was surprised, right? His voice also sounded really close to Elton's on this performance. I thought it was a pretty solid performance and connected, but not very original. Kind of sound-alike performance. I also realized that he was playing rhythm on this while someone else was actually playing lead, and the lead was what I was hearing with all the very, very excellent stuff that was going on. So he kind of fooled me on that. He still, I thought, did pretty good on the guitar, but the lead person, whoever it was really killing it. Demi said it was good, but a bit stale and anticlimactic. She said his first performance was better. Simon said vocally it wasn't as good as the first song, but the sentiment was really on point. And they announced that tomorrow night on the Elimination Show, Little Mix and Emblem 3 are performing. Oh, looking forward to that. Ellona Santiago was up next with If I Were a Boy by Beyonce. And she started a cappella. And it was really funny to me because when the audience started clapping and they were off tempo when the music came in, I don't know, I was just giggly by that time. She has such a beautiful tone and really doesn't need all the flash and pizzazz to shine. She even dressed down for this performance and looked and sounded great. At times I felt like she was going a little sharp on the pitch, but I loved this performance. The judges all stood for her. Kelly said her voice has so many different levels to it and asked her to explore the softer tones even more. Paulina said she loves how she commands the stage and how she's so passionate. Simon said that this is what we've been waiting for and called it incredible. Alex and Sierra were up next with Say Something by A Great Big World featuring Christina Aguilera. And you have to read the Wikipedia of this song. Sierra decided to play the piano, which was really nice, while Alex was on guitar, and she seemed just a tad nervous, but their harmony was so good on this. They didn't really change the arrangement or anything, but just sang it straight and let the emotion take over. I really liked her little moans and things she was doing throughout the performance. I feel like she had an even better connection because she was on the piano and just had that, you know, like I mentioned it before, just had that feeling of the music going through her. The judges all stood for them. Kelly said she felt like she was watching a performance performance on an awards show. Demi said it was so magical and she needs them in the final 4. Paulina said she's impressed and mentioned babies for some reason while calling them different and edgy and saying they rocked. Simon said it's his favorite performance of the entire season. Do you agree? Carlito Olivero had the pimp spot tonight, did Stand By Me by Ben E. King. They gave this a little Latin swing and he sang it in 2 languages. The girls were deafening when he walked up to the crowd and I can really see the appeal. Carlito has got this mojo going right now, you know what I'm saying? I still don't think he's the best singer, but he's a well-rounded entertainer that could really have a good career. Kudos to him just for stepping it up and showing why he was actually chosen and why he has made it this far. Kelly called it the best vocal he's done the whole competition and called him so cute. Demi said she wanted to hear more of his voice. Simon said it was better than the first song and said he'd be upset if they lost him. Do you think he'll be upset? I think he's in trouble. This is Robert Anton here at robertanton.com. Please, please, please tell me what you thought down in the comments. Make sure to thumb it up, to favorite it, to pass it on. Share it, share it, share the love, people. Oh my, I thank you guys who stuck around. Let me know if you stuck around down in the comments. And check out my most recent videos playlist. It's Christmas time. Happy holidays from Robert Anton. Hopefully I'll have some stuff coming up for you in the next week having to do with the holidays. All right, I am out. Peace. Love you. What? Yeah, child. I don't know if I'm going to cut that out.